Hi everyone, I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Been taking a look at some of the Franciscan virtues over the course of this season of Lent, and today I would like to speak about the virtue of courage. Last week we talked about the virtue of humility, that we are who we are before God and nothing more. Therefore it makes us humble. And really this virtue of courage is very much related to that of humility. Start off with a quick story. There was a man who appeared before St. Peter at the pearly gates. And St. Peter asked him, "Have you done anything of particular merit?" And St. Peter, the man told St. Peter, "Well, once I came along a gang of bikers who was threatening a young woman. I approached the largest of the bikers, who was heavily tattooed, and then smacked him on the head, knocked him off his bike, ripped out his nose ring, and threw it to the ground." St. Peter was very impressed that this man stood up against these bikers to fight for the rights of this young woman, and he asked, "Yes, but when did this happen?" And the man said, "Just a few minutes ago." Courage. Very oftentimes we need to ask ourselves how much courage we actually have. And maybe we don't have as much courage as the man to stand up against the biker. But yet we're called to stand up for what we believe in, no matter what the consequences may be. And that's really a virtue, something that we need to ask God to help us with. Pope St. John Paul II famously said over and over, "Be not afraid." And when we are truly humble, we are courageous, the virtue of today, because we really have nothing to lose. With God on our side, and we put ourselves in the last position, we know that we are who we are before God, and if we stand up for what we believe in, what do we have to lose? And it's only when we're not humble and we think too highly of ourselves, or we're afraid of losing something, that we can become fearful. But a truly humble and simple person will have no fear, will have God on their side, and will do what is right, what they believe in, no matter what. We have many great examples in our Franciscan tradition. Obviously, St. Francis, who gave everything, stripped in front of the whole city, gave his clothing back to his father. That took a lot of courage. But he believed in what he wanted. He believed that God was on his side. When he went and he embraced that leper, it took a lot of courage. He could have gotten leprosy. He could have been mocked, which he was, by many in Assisi. It took courage. We have the example of St. Maximilian Kolbe, who gave up his life because he had nothing to lose, because God was on his side and God would take care of him. Even when he died, God took care of him. He had nothing to fear. What do you fear? What do you need to risk in order to maybe give up your security, to have the joy that St. Francis, St. Maximilian Kolbe, and so many other Franciscan saints have felt throughout history? Stand up for what we believe in. But that takes true humility to know that we cannot do it by ourselves, but it is truly the right thing to do and will give us true joy. Hope that you have a wonderful day. Continue to watch us on YouTube, on social media. God bless.